What's up guys, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and today I want to show you my newest custom. It is another Deadpool. I make a lot of Deadpools, but this is the first time I've ever made one like this, so I'm pretty happy about that. I was real happy to make this figure actually, and oddly enough I'm making it for another customizer. He commissioned it, so it was kind of cool in that regard, and because it was a new version of Deadpool, and I got to make some nifty things and give him some cool stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it. He stands at 6.5 inches tall, so pretty much standard size. He's Marvel Legends, obviously. Marvel Legends parts all around. I have a base on his feet right now, but that comes off, obviously. He doesn't need it, so I'll just take that off. But, yeah, he stands just fine. But it's always nice to have a little clear base, I think. Especially with a custom. You don't want him taking a shelf dive. For this figure, I use the Bucky cap body. Obviously not the head, and from the tops of the boots down I used the Series 4, 5, or 6, whatever series that was, Punisher. I think it's Series 4, but I thought it was cool with the straps that it had. A little bit of paintwork really made those boots look nice. Now one thing I didn't like about those boots was that they had a real big curve in them. If you own the figure, you know what I'm talking about. There's also a problem with Forge, or was it Bishop? With Bishop. So all you have to do though is you can just trim out the plastic where the joint is, and then the toes come down all the way, and he stands just fine with those feet. They're actually really nice boots, nice feet. They have the ankle rocker built into them, so full articulation in the ankle. Everything's articulated as you would expect. Nothing has been removed except for the shin swivel, because I don't like that, and because I needed to splice the legs together. But otherwise, it's Bucky cap body with the Series, what is that, Series 6 Deadpool head. I did modify that, and he also has an alternate head, which is, they're held on by magnet inside the ball peg there. The 2-pack Deadpool head, I also modified that. Now what I did for this head was pretty simple. It already had the hood tip thingy and everything like that. I reshaped the jawline and the face part, the mouth part. It just was really, really square and boxy before, so I wanted to sleek that up a little bit. I don't think anybody's ever said I wanted to sleek that up, but okay, well, we're just gonna make that a new phrase. And then for this head, I left the face part the same because it's a really nice looking head sculpt, and I added the hood tip, and I actually added the back part of his head to make the hood kind of come down farther. And the reason I did that was it does fit on the body size wise, but I didn't care for the way it sat on the neck. So by doing that, it kind of just makes it look a little bit more finished, and it gives him a better hooded look, and I was pretty happy about that. It fits over the neck, the neck. It fits over the neck, so it just kind of makes the figure look a little more solid. It hides the articulation just a little bit, so I thought that was pretty good. It turned out better than I thought it would, so I was happy about that. As for modifications to the body, I carved out a groove in the abdomen area. I laid a strap in there, and this strap overlaps that one. As you can see, it's not connected. That's because the ab crunch is still fully functional, even though he has this harness here. I did the same thing on the back. I'll show you that real quick. I put a strap in his back, and then the top one overlays. It's not connected either, so that the body is still fully functional. And how that works is it just slides over top, and so it always looks like it's a solid connected strap. I put a buckle on the end of each part, so it always looks like it's connected. And that's better, I think, than getting rid of the ab articulation or just having it not be there sometimes. I think that's really ugly, so I didn't want to do that. That's all cobbled together with different pieces from lots of different figures. This is a piece from an old Ninja Turtle figure. I'm pretty sure these grenades, I'm like 99.9% sure those came from the same Deadpool that the head is from. The head's a cast, and I didn't cut up any Deadpool, so I don't know where those came from as far as how I got them, but that's where that piece came from. I repainted it all, obviously. And a lot of the Weapon X Deadpools, the artwork has the grenades on the chest, so that was just dumb luck that I had those. But it really turned out well, I think, so I was happy about that. I added the sleeve cuffs like I do the pipe work, or the piping work, the seam work on all my regular Deadpools. That's just a little wire insulation on there. The belt, standard Deadpool stuff. I don't know where this belt buckle thing came from, but I cut it up and made it look the way I wanted it to, and then I repainted it. Why isn't the camera focusing? There we go. So I put the little reverse Deadpool face on there. He's got a gun on the back of his belt, just the standard little black and silver one that many people have far too many of due to the reuse of it. But it was a nice little secondary pistol to put on the back of his belt, so I was pretty happy with that. For the thigh holster, I just took the holster from the Bucky cap, put that on there, and he's got that pistol that came with Bucky cap. That's in there. It comes out, but I don't feel like pulling on every holster right now. And then he's got the same knife and knife sheath that Bucky cap had on his belt, but that's been relocated, obviously. So that's in there. And he's got two swords, obviously. As you already saw, they slide into his back. And as you probably heard me mention before, I don't like putting the full sheaths on the back. They just tend to get in the way for action figures. You can't pose them as much, and they look dumb when you take the swords out. So it's much better, I think, to just have a smaller thing that holds the swords in place. So that's that. Anything else I did to the body? I sculpted a strap on the top of the boots, trim the feet. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, I think. So there's the body. I couldn't be any more happy with how this guy turned out. I love this design for Deadpool, and like I said, I'm just really happy with how it turned out. He does have some nifty gear. First off, he's getting this little cabinet thing that he can put some of his stuff in. It's distressed and made of real wood. I didn't make it, but I did distress it. It's got some claw marks on there. So he's getting that. He also gets this workbench here, which has all of his good stuff on it, all this fun stuff. So he's got a couple different rifles. There's one of them. A couple little red markings on there, like he painted up his guns to match his outfit. He's also got this SMG here, same kind of paintwork. Two wooden batons. You never know when you need to beat some people up with some wooden sticks. So he's got those. Some nunchucks here that I took from one of the Marvel Legends 2-packs, and I put some real chain in there. So he's got those. And he's got a grenade that matches the ones on his chest. It's almost identical, so I thought that was cool, and I painted it up to match. So he's got that. He's got a can of beverage, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it actually says what it is. It might say beer on there. I don't know. It says Colt 45 though, so he's got that in case he ever gets thirsty while he's going through his paperwork and his cell phone and stuff that he has. Also, to go on top of his wooden workbench, which is good height for him to stand there and play with his guns and documents and whatever else you need or want. So let's put that there and that there. Little real quick ACBA. He's posing he's taking a drink of his drink with his grenade and his paperwork. So there it is. Okay. And and last but not least, the customer that got this is a skateboarding fan of skateboarding, however you would say that. He said he used to skateboard a lot and doesn't really have the chance to anymore. So I also made a little skateboard, a Deadpool skateboard to go with his Deadpool. So there is that as well. It has functioning wheels. Not like Deadpool's actually going to use it, but it does have all that. So there it is, guys. There is my Weapon X Deadpool. I love this design. Couldn't be happier with the outcome of the custom. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Not in the description. I almost said that. I have some other stuff to show you soon. No videos right now, but it'll be up soon enough, so stay tuned for that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.